In this guide, we will discuss about preliminary planning, sequencing and procedure to be followed for plastering work. Preliminary planning. Ensure that the concrete surface has been properly cured. All fixings such as windowsill, door and window frames and pipes and conduits are properly installed. Also, check for plainness and dryness of the surface. Make sure to provide proper time between under and finish coats. Sequence of operations. For external plaster, start from top and proceed downwards. Begin internal plaster after brickwork and day shuttering is completed. Arrange for a constant supply of plastering material. Sealing work should be done first so that the scaffolding can be removed. Precautions of scaffolding. Use double scaffolding as holes are later filled in incorrect manner. Bamboo or bullies should be buried at least 45 cm in ground. Ensure plumb holes in masonry for support should not be made at skirting level to avoid seepage or leakage in wall from the holes. The distance between scaffolding and wall should be 900 mm. It should be removed from top to bottom. Ensure platform can carry weight of 2 people. The background should be prepared in a way that the strength of the plaster is achieved by proper bonding of mortar with the background surface. Ensure cleanliness, roughness, and evenness of the background surface, along with quality of mortar. Also ensure that there is no discontinuity in the surface of the background. Preparation of masonry surface. Remove brick efflorescence or green algae by rubbing with a wire brush. Surfaces to be rendered must be clean and free from all dust, loose materials, grease, etc. Fill the side gaps in masonry and joints of the beam and wall with cement-rich mortar of ration 1 to 3. It is very common to have leakages through these junctions. Masonry should be allowed to dry out before plastering work begins. All joints in the masonry should be raked out to a depth of at least 12 mm. Make mortar level dots, and then take the plumb from top to bottom at all the edges, to ensure levelness. Conforming to horizontal and vertical lines will give proper finished surfaces. Keep the minimum thickness of the plaster. If beam or column is bulged out, then chiseling should be done after RCC designer's permission. Fix chicken mesh at all the RCC junctions. Wet the surfaces a day before plastering. Check sizes, levels and dimensions for all the door and windows for smooth opening. Preparation of RCC surface. Hacking. It is a process of roughening the concrete surfaces. It is performed to ensure proper binding of plaster on the RCC surface, which is usually smooth. Sand should conform. Indian Standard Code 383. The silt content should not be more than 7% and fineness modulus be less than 1.5. Material should be measured using gauge boxes. Cement should be measured by weight. 1 cubic meter of dry hydrated lime gives approximately 0.85 cubic meter of lime putty. Quantity of water is approximately 70% of the weight of cement. This varies as per mortar design. Do not make mortar mix of more than 3 bags, which is 150 kilograms in weight at a time, to avoid setting of mortar before consumption. Preferably, mortar mix should be used within half hour of adding water. Do not pour excess water as it will cause cement slurry to flow. Keep the floor area clean where mortar is mixed. Ensure that the dry mix of sand and cement is uniform in color. Keep the mortar mix agitated. Turn over the mix every 20 minutes. Any mortar which has set or hardened should be rejected immediately. Mixing by machine is preferred. Precautions to be taken while applying first coat. The first coat's thickness of plaster is about 10 to 15 mm. The proportion can be 1 to 5 if it is a back coat. Apply the plaster to same face level and finish the same with the help of a trowel. Ensure that no uneven surfaces are left after first coat application. Check the surfaces with string on respective dots to ensure levelness. Roughen the surfaces with wires, for better bonding to the second coat. Thickness of second coat plaster should be 6 to 8 mm in proportion of 1:4. It should be applied on third day or should be applied within 5 days from the first coat. Avoid using dry cement to minimize the cracks on the surface. Cut the plaster of the parapet wall from inside at 400 mm from the slab for provision of waterproofing. Leave 125 mm from bottom of the floor for skirting. Curing is one of the most critical activity. It should be carried out for minimum of 15 days. Plaster is expensive to remove and redo. The aesthetics of a building are dependent of plaster surface. Ensure proper preparation, procedures, and precautions are followed to get a beautiful appearance.